In January, I had a focus of building in joy, and I spoke about the celebration challenge that I did for 100 days last year. And it made me think of one of the first poems that I ever memorized as a young girl. How do I love thee? Let me count the days. And that was part of the inspiration behind the countdown to 2022. And this is the chart that I had, and I did it long enough that when I stopped it, I missed it. And the reason why I'm bringing up this chart again, it's not about this chart. It's about the power of this lifelong practice. Self-care, self-love, and part of that is gifting yourself the opportunity to look for moments of joy, joy spotting, really cultivating a gratitude practice. There's so many reasons why it's good for us. But something that struck me last week, one of my esteemed speaker colleagues, Esther Perel, mentioned how we've lost a lot of eros energy through the past 18 months. And not in the sexual sense, but in the life force sense. So eros energy is our life force, our creative energy. It's where we give life to things, spontaneity, innovation, playfulness, imagination. And a lot of that was lost, right? It wasn't safe. In fact, it was dangerous to be spontaneous and playful. And when we're incredibly stressed and tired and traumatized, then we leave or forget about imagination. So cultivating a self-love practice of gifting yourself opportunities to look for joy, and not just in your mind, actually writing them down somewhere, is very powerful. The author of Atomic Habits, James Clear, continuously says that if you really want to create a new habit, you have to track it. And you also need immediate gratification, and tracking gives you both. It gives you not only the mindfulness, it shows you progress. I mean, when I was doing this on a daily basis, if I missed a day or two, I didn't like it. I loved seeing the progress and moving forward. And it's also very satisfying. And that's part of the immediate gratification that we need if we want to put a new habit in place. So I've decided I'm going to do this 100-day challenge again. In fact, I may do it 3 times this year, because that's about a whole year, right? So at the end of the year, I can never look back and only focus on what wasn't good, because I'll have evidence and proof and tracked these moments of eros energy, of creativity and spontaneity and playfulness and imagination. And the more we look for them, the more they come to us. That's a true thing. We create optimism bias. And how wonderful if we can start not just with our own self-care and self-love, but spread this, because shared joy is often doubled, maybe even quadrupled. And if we can even take it into our communities in those moments where you engage with a stranger and you're grateful for a smile or a sparkle in an eye, or you do a random act of kindness, how much more joyful will the world become? So yeah, if you'd like the chart, it's available on my website you can just tick off the blocks, you can write in them. If you would like a larger version like this size, A2, and you're prepared to go and have it printed, just reach out to me and I'll be very happy to share that with you. And anytime you want to post your joys or your celebrations, use the hashtag 100celebrations, and let's continue to inspire one another, because life really, really is lived in the details.